Ladies and gentlemen, this is not the right overlay. Well, we'll get that sorted out, but in the Jesus. Oh, I knew I forgot to update one of my seeds. But guys, welcome to the CDEC New Star Challenge presented by Beyond the Summit. I'm your host, LD. I'm joined here by Winter. We will be casting DK versus Vici Gaming Best of 3 Winner Bracket Semi-Final. So winner of this match is going to be guaranteed a top 3 finish for one of the many ongoing Chinese online tournaments as of now. So Winter, how you doing, buddy? Winter, I think you muted your mic.
Did you get the right overlay?
I'm working on it, man. I love. You know what? I should probably redo the intro so they don't strangle me. But whatever, it's fine. We'll roll with it. Yeah, I did not use the right. I had the GST challenge up, so it's all good, man. There we go. So yeah, Winter, DK versus Vici Gaming. We have seen these teams play quite a bit as of late. Actually, they played a few times at the Summit, I believe, and I'm trying to remember where else they've played before then. We saw them play in WPC at some points. It's normally, I feel like DK generally gets the upper hand, but it's normally a pretty hard-fought battle.
Yeah, and we won't be seeing Naga. Every game they've been picking Naga.
Where's that PA ban, dude?
Long gone.
Yeah. Only with LGD in the game do we see the PA bans.
I don't think like it feels weird if DK plays the PA though. It's not like a very mushy type of hero. And I have never seen them run it on the safe lane. Like they've never actually picked it.
Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. It's LGD honestly had like one really good game with it that I remember, and then it started getting banned every single game by Vici. So I'm a little surprised to see that as a first ban just versus LGD, and then entirely ignored elsewhere. But you know, I guess we'll see if these other teams want to start running the PA. Maybe they just haven't discovered her yet.
I feel like PA only fits like in the middle row. And like safe lane PA is a bit wasteful because she has very good laning capabilities.
She's not really that great in the tri lane either. She's more of like she needs a lot of levels to excel. I feel like getting the nuke maxed early on, getting some points in blur is very important.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that's why she fits more of bottle crowing, solo mid type of carry.
5 seconds remaining.
So, looking at the draft so far, it was a first overall pick Mirana, and then immediately the team fight starts coming out. Vici Gaming go for the Brewmaster. He was banned usually in the second stage yesterday in LGD versus Vici, and, well, he snapped up right away by Vici. They also go Shadow Shaman. We'll help them do that Roche on the Dire side, and Enigma will be the choice for DK. So, a hero whose stock has been consistently rising. A while ago, the Enigma was changed, so it affects the Panda Brew lane, so he's a bit stronger in that matchup nowadays.
And he also, like, he's very favorable to the current meta where you pick supports or, like, core. Like, since Enigma is support/core with big team fight, teams have been favoring all these type of heroes a lot. Especially, like, tight Enigma. We've seen it so much. Tight Enigma and Brewmaster.
Winter, why do you think that we see the Enchantress not really being a priority pick for these teams? Like, you look at the LGD Vici series, it was first banned, and in a lot of scenes, Alliance will pick this hero in the first two, but I know we know both teams are fully capable of running Enchantress. I'd say especially DK can run it on Lanham, but it's normally not a hero that they worry about in the first stage.
I think it's like a good hero overall in general, and she fits in most of the situations, and sometimes maybe just teams don't want to pick him, but I think that hero is still very strong in the current playstyle. She does like a lot of pressure in the early game, and late game she packs a punch with the ultimate. Very good support in the whole game.
Yeah, and also a nice hero just to apply some pressure in the very early levels where Enigma is looking to flash farm, but it does get banned by DK, maybe worried about the Enchantress pick a bit later on in the draft, something that we could see Fenrir pull out or FY. So.
Yeah, Enchantress, Brewmaster, and Shaman. Maybe there will be a lot of early game pushing power there, and a lot of pressure. And you are running Enigma, so you want a little bit of time. You don't want the enemy to have such a quick tempo in their draft.
Yeah, so they're going to slow it down here. They also ban the Pugna. This is kind of your classic throwback Vici Gaming hero.
Yeah, fast-paced heroes. They're taking out all the fast-paced heroes.
Well, Vici say we'll slow it down even more. We'll go for Earthshaker, so they're really in no hurry with this pick.
Yeah, I think we saw this yesterday as well from them, and FY was basically he played the Earthshaker like how they would play the Sand King on the dire side. They were just stacking the big camp on the left towards the middle lane, and he was just standing on the high ground, constantly protecting or finding opportunities to kill middle lane. Just very similar to the Sand King, but the only downside is you can't clear the stacks by yourself. You need someone else to help you do it.
Yeah, Brewmaster could do it. That's really the main hero. You're not going to drop Shadow Shaman Wards just for a stack in 99% of games, I would say. DK go Tide, so they'll secure more team fight. They have team fight supremacy. They do need their level 6s to really engage effectively, though.
They are crying for the Rubik to come up, but Vichy Gaming have Earthshaker and Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, they could always run the Shadow Shaman mid if they really want a Rubik.
Off lane Rubik, I've seen RTK run it like long time ago.
Yeah, that was a very long time ago. I think that was before Rubik even got nerfed.
Yeah, that was like the old Rubik with the shorter cooldown on telekinesis.
And the better base move speed was the... And the Fade Bolt had better bouncing range.
Yeah,
It had longer range
of
between
bounce.
bounces, yeah. It's a long time ago. In a
So
galaxy
many-
far, far away, my friend.
Solo mid Rubik, when you see like so many nice spells to steal, you want to make the Rubik fat. Blink and Acceptor.
I would love to see that come back, but... At this point, he just offers so much as a support. His laning would need to be significantly improved, I feel.
Maybe Silencer. Like Silencer fits more. Like Silencer is something like Rubik, very good versus team fight type of lineups, and he can be played as a strong core hero.
Vici will ban the Tinker, which I find interesting because I can't actually recall ever seeing DK run Tinker.
Yeah, I don't think not even once.
They are the one Chinese team that I would just not expect to pick the hero
because I feel like Tinker if they pick it in this team, it's Ice hero, and it's really weird for them. Like it takes up a lot of space. Usually you see Ice and Mushi getting heroes that can do stuff early on with their levels and go. So I don't think like the Tinker fits their playstyle too much. But who knows? Maybe they've been using it in scrims recently. Vichy Gaming will know better than us.
Yeah, they would certainly know better if they've been using it. It's just interesting because they've not shown it yet in a single competitive match to the best of my recollection.
Man, wait till 10 million. Why show it now? Secret weapon.
It's one of those heroes though, Winter, like he can just ruin a pushing strategy. It's one hero that can completely shut down the push. So
Yeah.
it does suggest that Vici Gaming, I think more than anything, just want to be able to 5-man in the mid game. And well, even though they're up against Enigma Tide, they have Brewmaster and Shadow Shaman. They want to just drop the wards at the tower. Razor pops his ultimate with the Aghanim Scepter, and they just start cleaning up towers. So, I mean, to me, that seems like the main reason to ban it here. I guess he's an okay matchup versus Brewmaster, but it's not like he crushes him.
Yeah, I think against Brewmaster, it's like Tinker gets his farm, Brewmaster gets his farm. Nobody, like, until level 6 where Brewmaster will have the pressure on Tinker. But before that, it's like very neutral lane. But Vichy Gaming looks like they're going to set up maybe a Prophet for RTK, or they can even pick a Lone Druid. I think if they do Lone Druid, maybe it's like Razor middle, Brewmaster off lane, then Lone Druid on the safe lane. Then they have a very strong pushing lineup. A very quick, fast-paced tempo game. Whereas DK have like Tide, Enigma, Mirana. Not so fast, and Enigma and Tide needs time. Like, they are running, most likely, I haven't seen them run a support Tide. So it's mostly like off-lane Tide. Off-lane Tide plus position for Enigma. All these heroes needs a lot of time to come online. So it's gonna be like team fight to protect the super carry Morphling.
Yeah, and that's where we might even see, I guess we might even see the support Mirana at this point. Mushi has played the Mirana mid at times. When he first started playing Mirana, he went for that Shadowblade build, which we've not. That was before Shadowblade got nerfed. That was a while ago.
Really long ago. Yeah, it's DK. I think it's like 99% chance it's a support Mirana since they like to run it on MMY. He's very good at. He's like the marksman, Legolas.
That puts. Yes, he's the Elven Archer for sure. And they can run the Morphling solo mid if they want for burning. They can also run something else there.
They
Tide
took out
off lane.
they took out the Conquer. Means they are also expecting the Mirana as the support. Conquer solo mid, Mirana support X Mark Arrow. That's pretty scary.
By the way, I did do my quick research. DK have 3 recorded games on Tinker, but I'm pretty sure those were all when Super was on the team, because he was the Tinker player back in the day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I can't actually find the games, but there's only 3, and
that was really long ago. I think during TI2 or TI3, something like that.
Yeah, that sounds right. It's been a lot. It was like maybe after TI2, but before TI3. It was during that period, I think.
Yeah, it was really long ago. I think during TI2 they had some games with Tinker I remember they had like Long DD and Zippo when they were playing
10
the Tinker.
seconds remaining.
So looking at Vici, we'll see. I guess they could run Razor or Brew mid, then the other will safe lane farm, and then they'll just run these Shadow Shaman and Earthshaker.
I feel like
As the
because they want to give like the Brewmaster, like in this, if you compare the Razor and the Brewmaster, the dagger is much more important than the mech. So maybe
10
they will just run the
seconds
Brewmaster
remaining.
on the safe lane, since Razor is a better lane dominator. So Razor solo mid would actually have more pressure towards enemy heroes. Okay, they're gonna do Ember Spirit solo mid against Razor. I haven't seen this matchup, but I think Ember struggles against Razor. But against Brewmaster, Ember does pretty alright.
It's a pretty nice hero against Vici though. They don't have that much physical damage. Their main physical damage is the wards, which have a long cooldown, and you can't really play. Ember's very mobile, so unlikely to get hit by them too much. And that's pretty much it. Maybe your Brewmaster crit here or there, but largely I'm looking at Clap, your Thunder, or not Thunder, your, oh god, what is it called? Plasma Field, the Shadow Shaman nukes, Earthshaker nukes, Prophet Ultimate. It's a lot of nuke damage, and Ember could just be that tanky hero that, well, not tanky, but elusive hero that Sleight of Fists in, pops the Fire Shield, and just slows down the push
10
as long as
seconds
possible.
remaining.
So,
Yeah, I think the Ember this game is like
5 seconds remaining.
the hero to slow down the pace to defend with the slide, like you mentioned, so that the Morphling has a lot of space. They'll be defending with the Ember primarily. Like the other heroes are not. Mirana is not gonna skill Starstorm because it's a support. It's gonna be Arrow and Leap, so they won't have any much defensive spells to clear out creeps, except for like during the game, if VG goes into the temple where they are 5 manning, it'll be just Morphling pushing one lane, and then maybe Ember defending the lane, then Enigma will be sitting behind the Morphling or something like that. Or pushing one lane by itself. So I think it's gonna be hard for if they fall too far behind in the early game. Vichy Gaming have a very scary like push that they can't really stop.
at the same time, if DK get a lead, Vici Gaming are going to have a very tough time taking this late
Yeah.
game. Their late game is alright, but it is not good enough to
Link.
take DK later on equal farm.
Blink, Ravage, Black Hole. Yeah, that if they get a lead, that will be that their base defense blink into the Ravage and the Black Hole.
The other
to
thing,
just clean up.
the other thing is that that these high physical DPS heroes, Ember, Spirit, and Morphling, they just destroy the Brewmaster ultimate later on. One Sleight of Fist can easily take the Fire Panda to half health if you have like a 2 Battle Furies and get a crit or something. So if it goes to that stage of the game, I see Vici Gaming have a hard time taking team fights.
I don't think they can take the game past 30 minutes. If the game goes past 30 minutes, even if they have Prophet and Raid, Prophet alone is not going to do anything against the Morphling and the Ember. They're going to lose if it goes past 30 minutes.
Agreed. All right, with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and introduce our teams here. We've got a quick pause, but hopefully won't take too long before we get back underway. You're watching the CDEC New Star Cup, made possible by LGD TV. Of course, we're one of the English broadcasters. Join Dota, also doing a stream as well. And, well, we'll introduce the teams now. Vici Gaming on the dire side. We've got Super playing the Brewmaster, FY, your Earthshaker, Fenrir on the Shadow Shaman, Sylar handling the Razor, and last but not least, it's... did I miss anyone? Oh, it's RTK on the Nature's Prophet.
How can you miss RTK? How could you?
Man, I'm not even gonna tell you how tired I am right now, Winter. Gods is a slacker. That's all I'll say. But on DK, we've got Lanham playing the Enigma, MMY, Momoya on your Marana. Bernie will be playing the Morphling. Has already skilled up Morph, just getting some agility for easy last city in the lane. Mushi on your Ember, and that does leave Ice 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 as the off-lane Tide. So level 1, Vici Gaming Smoke. They want to get some aggressive wards up here and slow down the Enigma, and it looks like they will get. DK actually very slow to leave the base here. Well, they
Taking
have
their own
no
sweet
jungle
time.
control.
Yeah, they're taking their own seat time. But it looks like if they get a kill, maybe they want to do aggressive tri-lane because it's like Enigma.
Mushi has
this
boots
kill.
first.
Where's the
30
Earthshaker?
seconds
Where's the
to
Earthshaker?
battle.
Mushi has boots first? I don't even know if they can
Oh.
get... Oh, no.
Think
Now
he's
he's
dead.
in trouble. Mushi late to the lane and quickly dealt with by Vici Gaming. Oh, no.
Boots. Oh, so they're gonna run Morphling, or they're anticipating the aggressive tri-lane maybe.
Yeah, they want to
So
run the
they
Morph
are-
mid.
Yeah, they're running the Morphling middle, and Mushi's starting with Boots. Probably anticipating something aggressive on the bottom side of the map, maybe a dual lane or something.
And then Enigma's going to dodge. It looks like Lanham is just going to head top, but actually Vici, after that kill, they're not going aggressive anymore. They're just sending the
yeah.
Prophet.
I like this move because like if you ward the jungle and then you go back to your jungle, because if you ward the enemy jungle and you go down aggressive tri-lane, the Enigma can go top and disrupt the other 2 lanes. So if you disrupt and you block his jungle camp and you go back safe lane, this leaves the Enigma at a very tough spot.
Yeah, now his jungle's blocked. Do they have sentries actually picked up? They do not. And Enigma, he has gold, but he doesn't want to spend his gold on sentries.
I don't think they have. And if you have to spend sentries and you only have 3 clarities, if you run into some trouble jungling, you jungle pretty slow.
Yeah, then you don't get your soul ring. You've got to go back to the well, and it takes you multiple trips to farm it, and that really slows down your pace in the woods.
I think he's still gonna. He actually still might get the sentries though, because like you can't you jungle so quickly as Enigma. One camp is like really bad for you if you can only farm one side.
Yeah, it's like the Eidolons right now could easily be killing that second camp, but instead they're just losing their duration. Mana's been being wasted, so to speak, and they'll do a bit of chip damage to this one, but then I'll have to use them again, and it's just not getting maximum efficiency out of them.
Yeah. Just look at FY. He's doing the same thing. He stacks the big camp, lingers around the jungle close to middle lane just in case anything happens, and just controlling runes, basically running around the map, just seeing whatever is necessary for the team, then he's just gonna do it for the team.
Yeah, he's basically their floater. He can go anywhere needed. I mean, except bottom lane. That's pretty, unless they push, that's quite far out of the way for him.
Really? Do you call that a floater?
Yeah, it's a floater. It's someone who can float beats from lane to lane. What's wrong? What does that mean? Something else in your mind?
It feels like he's like a illegal immigrant. He's like seeking shelter everywhere.
that is not what I meant. Oh, Witzer, you're trying to turn me into a racist here, aren't you?
Okay, he's gonna stack the big camp once more, and it's gonna be, I think, most likely for the Panda to take everything later in the game. And ISSI is gonna find the illusion, and this is very useful for him to scout out the jungle.
And the thing is, this is a support Shadow Shaman and a Razor dual lane. It's really not a good lane to kill Tide. The Razor can bully him a bit, but
I think they can kill the Tide, because if you
with the
shackle,
Earthshaker, I think.
even with the Shaman, there's a chance because you shackle and he drains the damage. He drains a lot of damage, and Razor has very good movement speed.
Oh, actually, he already has phase boots, though. I guess that's the main thing here.
Yeah, there's a chance they might kill, but ISSI spots the Earthshaker running back, the floater Earthshaker running back to the lane, so he's gonna back off.
Hey man, you don't have to say it if you don't like it. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they leap in.
Earthshaker.
They want to go on RTK here. They're going to find him with the Series Change. The arrow, though, off the mark. He's still probably dead here. Immolating quickly. A few more right clicks would finish him off. And, well, it's not first blood, but it is a kill. The first laning kill of the game, going the way of DK.
Huh. I thought he actually had a good chance to, like, he could try to TP it out. I thought he had a good chance to get out. Instead, like, running is not going to save you there. He only has one choice to try and TP at the moment. And top lane, they're gonna shackle and drain ISSI's damage. Anchor Smash gonna reduce their damage. Here comes RTK, body block.
That's the +1 that we also didn't mention, is RTK joining the fight.
Forgot the +1.
Yeah, I don't think they actually needed him there, but they'll take it anyway.
So they have a floater and they have a +1.
Yeah, he's the +1, FY's the floater. Because RTK can be anywhere. FY does take some time to get where he's going.
Look at Lamb's skill build. This is very, very interesting. I've seen like EG do it with 2 points in Malefice at least before they take the Midnight Pulse.
Let's see. No,
Is
nothing.
he trying to deward with the Mel?
I was thinking he was, but there's no sentries on the courier.
Yeah.
I was just checking to see if they had sentries on the courier.
Why would you get the Midnight Pulse that early?
Against Prophet, maybe? So if he tries to go into a Sprout, you can make sure you get vision. But they already have Morana to arrow, so I'm not sure.
Maybe it's just like the way they feel Enigma should be played right now, just a level 1 stun. Because it still stuns for 3 instances.
There was an arrow attempt mid, but fails to connect, and RTK snags the DD rune. He'll head back towards bottom.
I think
just
he might
kidding.
be okay, he's gonna go the other way. Yeah,
But there is an arrow here. There's an arrow in 3 seconds, but it's the new arrow, so you've got to get a long range one.
He's fine for sure. But he has a DD now, so his +1 will be very, very scary now. Teleport with a DD. So Burning has to be careful not to expand his waveform anytime during the duration of the double damage.
Meanwhile, we do see some ancient stacking by, well, not stacking, but farming, I should say, by RTK, and he could look to do some stacks here. That's something that the Shadow Shaman
top lane +1.
Oh, Ice, could he tango out the other direction?
TP to the wrong side. TP to the wrong side.
I think they still have him here. They've got a Hex available, and Ice dropping pretty quickly. Fissure cooling down. No mana, though.
They still have it.
He's gonna salve up. Now he gets Hex, but yeah, with the Hex, is it enough? Anchor Spat, or Kraken Shell gonna pat.
Oh no, it's not enough.
The Kraken Shell saves him? He will go down.
That was like, because our TK TP'd to the wrong side, wasted so much of his teammates' time.
Yeah, now they're gonna miss stack opportunities. They will start farming the jungle on RTK, but they're actually giving Mushi and Burning free farm. That is the big concern here for Vici. You look at the creep scores, and Mushi already up to 25 CS, Burning sitting at 25. So 2 hard carries, both getting free farm. Yeah, they've lost a little bit in the jungle. Enigma's still level 4. He's not doing too poorly as an arrow will. Narrowly miss super mid lane. But you go into the mid game, and Vici Gaming have their work cut out for them with this level of farm being given away to an Ember and a Morphling.
Yeah, true. But they are. I feel like their trade-off is not that bad. Once they clear out the stacks, they will have a blink on the Panda. And looking at the Razor, I think he's firing something. Yeah, he almost have his mech already. So their timing is gonna come soon. Clear the stack, get the mech with the and the dagger on the Panda, and start pushing. Shaman is level 4 now. 2 more levels to his sports.
Yeah, that's probably that and the blink on the Panda. Those are the 2 key things. The mech is nice, but not as essential to.
I wonder what Prophet's gonna get to assist his team's pushing. Doesn't really need to get anything else. The mech's taken care of.
Meanwhile, bottom lane, the smoke comes from DK.
Here they come. Oh, the +1 is going top. They're not gonna get him.
Ice is making his retreat to the right, but they've caught him on here. FY is waiting with the fissure. He hasn't thrown it yet, and actually he's not going to block off Ice.
He didn't block it.
He took too long there with the fissure.
Sprout maybe to block it. Ice doesn't have a tangle. Yeah, he's dead.
He ain't going anywhere now. That's a 4-man gank again on the Tidehunter, but DK will find the trade. They'll push in the bottom lane. They've got an Enigma waiting level 5, and they'll just take a tower. So it's going to be a tier 1, most likely in exchange for another death on the Tide. Oh, is he just doing it to push? Getting this point in Midnight Pulse? Huh. I think he's doing it to push faster.
It's a lot of damage though. Can't say much about that spell. It's a lot of damage and big AoE.
Uh-oh. Ice is going into feed mode, Winter. Not again. Not again! Daryl, not like this!
Yeah, I told you that's a lot of killing power with the Razor and the Shaman. You can't really underestimate the shackles and into the damage drain.
He's also fed this Razor quite a bit.
RTK, counterfeed.
He gets caught by Malphus. Mushi will finish up the kill, and they also take a tier 1. So DK, it's not this many kills on Tide, but it looks like they'll make the rotation out. Mushi or Birdie will take over the top lane, and Ice is going to go to the safer lane mid. I say safer, but Panda's level 7 with his ultimate, so it ain't that safe.
He's like technically a support now. If he dies to one Panda ultimate, I think he would just be happy.
Yeah, it's a little bit risky to blow your Panda ultimate on the Tide there. He's not going to waste it.
Yeah. And now it's time for the supports to catch up in levels. Do they have the mech already? Yeah, they have the mech already on Sylar. Panda is like 600. After they take this tower, he'll have his dagger.
Yeah, and that's where Vici want to just start 5-manning. And they're up against the Tide Enigma.
He missed the last hit though. Oh, he's not gonna get his dagger yet.
Meanwhile, Mushi has found out FY and tries to kill him off with the Remnant. Can't quite find the damage and will be forced back in the end. But good attempt there from Mushi. And yeah, I mean, the key thing for DK here is they don't actually have Ravage. They do have Black Hole now, and it was taken at level 6, so... We've seen some unusual skill builds as of late. I saw a Naga that Sylar didn't take his ultimate till 8, so you never know.
Black Hole? Who doesn't get Black Hole at level 6?
I don't know, man. Sylar didn't get Naga ultimate till level 8, so...
Naga ulti is different because it's like, you think he has ulti, you don't gank him, but then he goes for a more farming type of skill build. But for Enigma, you don't do that. You don't need any other spell to farm other than your Idolins.
Well, when you're taking these points of Midnight Pulse, though, you are a pretty weak ganker with the level of Malphus, so...
Yeah, true. It's like, he wants to do damage, Midnight Pulse, Black Hole early.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing as well, is maybe he's just counting on his Aghanim Scepter rush for the double Midnight
I think
Pulse.
there's also maybe another reason, because this game they have like Searing Chains to start off and the Ravage, so Midnight Pulse, there's a potential for Midnight Pulse to deal a lot of damage. The potential is there.
They want to go on mid aggressively here. They've left a Fire Remnant mid, Burning City around in the lane. MMY is also here in position with an arrow ready. They might want to fight this.
Dagger and a smoke coming up.
Here comes Mushi. He's going to dive super. He's going to try and force out this Panda ultimate, and I think he'll be forced to use it. Arrow will come through. He thought about the ult, but he's too late, and now he may go down without getting off. Will there be a split? Not in time. Not in time at all.
That was such a good combination. Very good timing. I think it would have been close. It would have been really close. Ice. Gonna be driven back towards the base.
He was raising his arms to get off the ultimate, and then it was just too late.
Yeah.
That was really nice play by Mushi, though. He snuck into the Roche pit, threw a Revenant up onto the high ground, so they didn't see him actually make the move towards mid. Well, actually, they have the Observer Ward, but they don't know he's dropping a Remnant there. They just see him going into the pit.
That was just a really smart movement by them, and the timing of the leap arrow was like, they had to get it as quickly as the Ember went in. Otherwise, the Panda would have, like, even if they were slow a little bit, the Panda would have gotten the ultimate off.
Yeah, still they're forcing out the ult, so I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. But obviously, this is much more ideal. He did get his Danger
Yeah.
first though, super.
You know, the more I think about it, maybe it was actually better if the Panda got the ult off and they just backed off.
Yeah, then you've got 2.5 minutes to work with where he's out of commission.
But the kill is a kill, so you don't argue with the kill.
So I'd say if you're Vici Gaming now, your next ideal objective is going to be the Tier 1 bottom and Roshan. Those are the two things they're looking at. They've got the Shadow Shaman wards, the mech, the Blink Dagger, and Panda. Pretty much everything they need to fight. But the issue is that DK have taken the Tier 1 bottom and mid. So the map control for Vici to take a Roche is not that great.
Yeah, it's quite dangerous because of the lack of tier 1s near the Roche pit. But I still feel like if they are able to take down the last tier 1 at bottom, place up some more vision, additional vision on the map, they have profit to force DK like to move around the map and then find a good timing to do the Roshan. It's still in their control.
Mech is coming for Lanham, though. They tried to slow him down. They dropped 2 sentries and an observer, blocking 3 camps. But nonetheless, DK are getting close to a mech of their own. They do have Ravage online, even though it's a bit late. And they're getting to that point where pushing into them requires baiting out some ultimates, I feel.
Yeah,
Without that, it gets very risky.
They're gonna drop the Serpent Wards at bottom to try and take the tower. And Mushi's gonna be here trying his best to hold the push as long as possible. And here comes the Tide to support.
He gushes. He does have stick charges here if he wants to Ravage, but he's not going to blow it just yet.
Don't think they're interested in fighting, they just want to hold the tower.
Meanwhile, MMY fishing for an arrow, does not quite find Fenrir though. And they've actually TP'd in the whole team. Meanwhile, there's still 2 from Vici Gaming sticking around.
It just shows you how much they want to hold all their towers. Against, like, you see the Shaman drop awards, you want to hold the tower and just find a fight after that. Heal up and find a fight after that.
We'll see Mushi TP zip back to the bottom lane after TP now. And DK, with the 5-hero rotation, Vici will just be happy to farm. They'll farm the top lane with the Prophet, they'll farm the jungle, and now rotate mid with the Panda. And they're forcing DK's hand a bit, wasting a lot of time as Mushi jumps in, but he's not able to connect on the Searing Chains, which means no easy initiation on Sarai. Here comes the Panda. That's a clap on 3. Super. No ultimate just yet. He's trying to bottle up, but the Ravage comes through. Where's that Black Hole follow-up? He doesn't want to use the Soul Rating. It's too low if he does. And Lana makes the retreat, but now there's an Earthshaker from the backside. He's been isolated. The Panda Illusions bring him down with the crit. Now Isolate Size. This is going to be a 2 for at least. They'll find the Tide as well, and if they only had the Black Hole follow-up there, it could have been amazing. But instead, it was just an easy 2-for-0 exchange.
I think if they had the Black Hole there, they could have lost more hero if they wanted to go in and Black Hole. Because Earthshaker was behind here. He was already at this area. He could have came in and stopped the Black Hole.
It would have been like a 4-second Black Hole before he got there, though. Like he was like here when the Enigma was like over here.
But I don't think they have enough damage to take kills because they have mech and stuff like that. I don't think they would have been able to win the fights even if they got off the Black Hole.
Okay.
That's how I feel about that fight. If they took a fight, I think they would have gone with more casualties.
Well, bottom lane, the pressure continues. There's no Ravage now to take this engagement. The Papa Drum Charge, that's a nice 2 here. Searing Chains to start things off.
Here. They have Black Hole here.
They have a mech if they need it. And they have Black Hole, but there's nothing really to go with it. Unless the Ember gets off a really nice combo.
Bunning took a lot of damage there. He needs to go back.
Well, Winter, the one thing we weren't talking about, though, is they do have the Midnight Pulse, which, even level 1, is still very strong in combination with Black Hole.
He's actually going back to skilling his stun right now.
Huh.
Okay. That's pretty weird. Okay. Maybe he just wanted that 1 value point in Midnight Pulse early, so there's a potential for him to do a Midnight Pulse plus Black Hole combo early game. Maybe.
Yeah, the other thing I was thinking is just to kill the Prophet Sprouts, but I mean they already have arrow to shoot one in. If he sprouts himself, you know he's inside the sprout. You just arrow it.
Ember doesn't care about trees. And middle lane they're going in for RTK. He seems like he's a dead man. No, they're not gonna chase.
He's got the phase boots. He's sticking to that build that we've seen a lot of over the past 2 months.
Traditional build. Do you call the phase boot the traditional build now?
No, I was going to say traditional, but I'm like that's not really the right word for it.
Okay, the old trend. The outdated build.
Here comes the pressure bottom lane. Vici Gaming are starting to siege the tower. Mushi's gonna join the fight. Super will leap it with a clap. He's trying to bait out some spells. He's got his ultimate soon. He jukes the arrow and now burning. Leaping forward with a waveform. Won't fully commit. I'm trying out the zoom out feature and I gotta say it's kind of nice.
Zoom out? What's the hotkey?
If you scroll your mouse wheel out, it zooms out.
Oh, okay.
It's helpful in a big 5v5 team fight, I think.
That's very nice. Yeah, talk about not skilling ultis. Like Razor didn't skill his ulti.
Huh. Level 9. Why would you... That's very weird. Oh, here comes Super. He's gonna pop the ultimate. He jumps in directly onto Ice Ice Ice. He's gonna try and focus him now right away. Cycloning the Morphling. The Prophet ult nearly killing off Momoya, but has not actually finished anyone yet. Meanwhile, the tower falls. Burning gets caught. He gets Echo Slam. He's been isolated. He can't even replicate out. He's gonna end up going down. Mushi also getting caught. He'll slide a fist, but now he's got to make his retreat. He will zip on out. And DK.
He was really close to getting out. They barely had enough disable there to actually lock him down.
I thought he had like a tenth of a second, but I guess not because he didn't make his way out.
You have an animation, like you have a little bit of cast time for the replicate out, like you actually swing your hands.
It's such a slight one though. It's like
it's
barely an animation.
Like the thing is, it's not an instant thing. Let me think of instant spells. What's instant? What else is instant? Like if it's an instant spell, you get it off, but it's not an instant spell. You need slight cast time.
Yeah, it's not like the Ember Zip where it's truly instant.
Yeah, even the Storm Zip is like a...
Storm Zip actually is a pretty decent wind-up. Like,
yeah.
I'd say like almost, not a half second, like a full quarter of a second to a third of a second.
Like, the anti-mage blink used to be really quick, and they add a delay to it.
It's still pretty quick, but yeah, it used to be almost instant. And then you think something like Morphling's Waveform actually has a very long wind-up compared to some other spells.
Need to raise your hands, put your hands in the air, then you wave over.
And then wave them like you just don't care. So, look at DK's position right now. The 3 lead farmers go the way of Vici Gaming. They are running the Morphling Ember. Obviously, late game's strong for them, but they need more time. Mushi's not online yet. I'm not sure if he's
gonna buy more time if they pick up Sylar here.
But he's tanky. He's got Aghanim Scepter and backup is coming. Is it quickly enough? Sylar getting caught out here. The leap comes in from Fenrir, but there's a nice 5-hero fissure. It's too late though. The damage is done. And the chase is on. TK. It's a low ground to high ground black hole that Lanham unloads, and ROTK will be the easy tribute.
That was a really good play by DK. They had to catch Vici before they group out and are ready to fight. They needed that to happen. That's a really good move there.
DK just... Yeah, the timing was just perfect for them, and of all the heroes to catch first, getting the Razor before he's able to start stealing damage and find his openings is huge.
He was the mech carrier, like, it's a bonus to get him. They're gonna try and fight.
Meanwhile, Super's waiting to come in mid.
Yeah, they're gonna try and fight here. Mushi gets hexed up.
They'll focus on Mushi, they'll blink in and clap to start, then the Panda ultimate gets deployed, he can't zip out. And now they chase.
They're gonna chase, Enigma!
Oh, where's that Cyclone? Cyclone's one, can he boulder toss the other? No, they'll just get Lanham.
They don't have vision, but this frees the Roshan up since they didn't drop Serpent Wards to win the fight.
Will they go right away is the question. Vici still clearing out creeps, and meanwhile, RTK applies a little pressure bottom. And since the tier 2 is already down top, I guess there's not too much point in pushing the top lane.
Yeah, yes, level 1 book. I think they do have the option to do it if they want to. Like, all the lanes but the lanes are not actually very pushed for them. So maybe they'll just try to push the middle tower or push out the other lanes before they go for a rush. Maybe they'll save it for later. Just take another tower.
Well, now Sylar does have his ultimate, by the way.
Yeah, they don't have the split for this fight though, LD.
They have the level 2 Razor ultimate though. I think they could take this tower and then just back.
Yeah, I think so.
There's no Ravage, there's no Black Hole for 50 seconds on the Ravage, 100 on the Black Hole. Should be fairly straightforward.
Just look at Burning, he has no intention
Why is
whatsoever.
Sylar not using his ultimate? What is he doing?
Yeah, why didn't he? Okay.
He could have just taken the tower.
Yeah, they could have taken the tower with the ultimate.
That's 100%. Glyph was already used. I'm questioning that.
He wanted to save it for the fight, but I felt that just ulti, take the tower. Like, your Shaman already committed with the wards to down the tower. Like, if you're not taking a fight at the tower, you might as well not taking the fight, because the Shaman already blow his wards. So just drop the ultimate, the Razor.
The Razor ultimate does not have that long of a cooldown. It's a minute.
Yeah, it's like a cool ultimate you should always use. You should use it as much as you can. And top lane, they're going to try and pick away this Razor. Oh boy, if he gets picked off here, this is going to be really big for them.
Well, he saved the ultimate, and he is at his own tower, though there's not a whole lot to counter gank with. There's no Panda ultimate right now, no Shadow Shama wards.
He's gonna back off though. He's 1.8k. I think like his best route of items to go into next is to go for like maybe just a straight refresher, since they need to end the game around 30 minutes.
Yeah, BKB is still pretty good this game, but...
Oh yeah, BKB as well. BKB would be really good too.
But I do kind of feel like they need more pushing umph.
damage.
Yeah,
push,
and that's where the refresher offers you a lot more.
Yeah.
They will find Sylar.
top
Arrow's
lane.
gonna fly now. They'll initiate off the back of this, but he has mech, remember. They don't really want to commit, and Momoya does not either. We'll just try and chip him down from distance, but now he gets caught.
He's dead.
FY will dunk him. Slams him in. That's just to support Mirana in the end, but it looks pretty.
It's you still don't want to be giving away kills though like this, but yeah, it's not the best. It's not the worst loss for them. It's just a support. But they're gonna just save the Razor there and just get back to farming. They're still waiting for a timing. I think they're waiting for a timing where they push out all the creep and then they go for Roshan. The waves are still near their part of the map. They're gonna try and get top. Oh, Mushi. Future.
Mushi, be careful, my friend. FY
Oh
coming
no,
in.
the Shaman.
Then the Shaman follows up. It looked like they were gonna miss that one.
Yeah,
He didn't catch him
see
with the
a
enchant totem, right? So I think
Yeah,
it missed.
I didn't see like the Shaman had a dagger, yeah. Dagger, then it's like a sure gank. They're gonna just go try the high ground now at top. Shaman wards is up. Furen, level 2 Necrobooks used. Yeah, they're gonna try for high ground. Okay, Sylar, you better use your ulti.
But they have Blink on Tide now. They have a Blink Ravage available, and they have the Black Hole online. There's no BKB yet, though he's close. But he's not there yet, and Vici Gaming are finding their
not using
opening.
his ultimate. He's still not using his ultimate.
Arrow coming through. It's going to narrowly miss in the end. Yeah, what is this? What is Sylar waiting for?
Yeah, man.
Use your. It's a 1 minute cooldown, man. Meanwhile, Burning is trading. He's taking out the tier 3 bottom lane. He's going for the base with the double damage rune.
I'm pretty sure they would have actually taken the tier 2 in middle and tier 3 at top if he had used his ultimate.
Man, I'm
why would you
really
say-
and now Mushi has Battle Fury. So DK, their items are piling up. They get 1 or 2 more items on these two, and I don't think Vici will be able to push high ground. The Necro book will be cleaned up soon enough, and
There was a lot of gold, like a tier 2 in middle and tier 3 at top. Like that's extra 500 gold for your whole team.
I'm very surprised. I wonder what's going on in the Vici Gaming team chat right now.
Maybe he forgot that the X Scepter actually hits towers when you get the Scepter on it.
I find that
Just
really
forgot.
hard to believe.
But why wouldn't you pop it? Why would you be saving? It's not like a Black Hole cooldown. There's no reason to save the ultimate.
Maybe the team's yelling at him, and so he's like, "No, I don't want to do it, man. I don't want to do it."
I think he just forgot. Like sometimes you just forgot stuff, and you need to be reminded of things.
Or maybe
they're still gonna get the rush.
Maybe he doesn't see it the way we do, perhaps, in terms of being the right times. But it seems obvious as a spectator that was the right 2 times to use it.
He
They're
just
gonna
wanted
contest
to wait
this
for a
Roche,
fight.
though.
Oh, arrow not
Super
gonna
getting
connect
bashed,
there.
the arrow won't connect. Burning comes
Burning
in.
is gonna come
Mushi,
in.
he wants the Aegis, he zips in and stolen by Burning. The Radiant get the last hit of LaRoche. What a disaster. Then the Black Hole comes through. It's canceled by a dunk, though. FY God tries to turn it. Is it enough damage? Is the follow up there? Sylar popping his ultimate as well. Boulder toss on a Momo. Yeah, they'll clean up Lanham, and they'll find the Mirana as well. They're cleaning everybody up. Now, the Morphling forced away from out. They do steal the Aegis. They do steal the Roche kill, but they lose 3, and their Black Hole's cooling down.
I think if Burning escapes here with the Aegis, I think it's okay to lose
He
the
has
3
no
heroes.
TP though, Winter. He's gonna have to make it the long way.
I think he's gonna escape. I
They
think
can
he's gonna
Drunken Haze him here. There's a Lincoln Sphere cooling down. Drunken Haze thrown out.
Oh, Fissure is coming online. Oh no, he might be dead.
Uh-oh. Ice is coming. The Anchor Smash connects on 3. He's gonna throw his life away to save his buddy Burning, and it looks like he'll succeed. RTK getting mech'd up at the final hour by Sylar. This is a worthy sacrifice by Ice to preserve the Aegis, but
I think you have to
nonetheless.
rephrase that. You said save his buddy Burning. Save the boss.
his boss, the Burning. The
Same
final
guy.
boss.
Save your final boss. But I feel that they, even after, did Tide die the first engagement? He didn't, right? So they lost 4 heroes. I still think it's worth it.
No, I think didn't he die and then respawn?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
He used
If they
Ravage in that
lost-
fight.
Yeah, if they lost 3 heroes only, I think it was worth it. To get the last hit on the Aegis, the Roshan and the Aegis.
Well, they did lose 3, including that death. But they still
Yeah.
got the Aegis and the last hit on the Roche. Mushi
Still
died,
it's
but
pretty big.
he's already got his first Battle Fury, so he's still pretty useful for defending the high ground.
Yeah, I think that getting the Aegis is just like even more time bought for your team, even though it didn't really went well for them, like he lost his team, but sometimes you need to pay the price.
It's just so important to deny the Aegis to Vici Gaming, because otherwise Sylar can just
Imagine-
wait to pop the ultimate, he can soak up a bunch of spells,
Yeah.
comes back with BKB, and then he just finishes your base on round 2.
Imagine the Razor comes up with the Aegis this time, oh my god.
Yeah, and without it, By the time they decide to push, if they wait for the next Roche, there will be an Ethereal Blade out on the Morphling. There probably will be the next damage item on Mushi. Looks something like a Crystallis, potentially Battle Fury number 2. At that point, it's just so hard to push in. So you're making a move to the side shot.
The last fight, FY had a gem. That's why they won the fight. They couldn't escape with the Moonlight Shadow.
FY also canceled the Black Hole. Blinked it from behind the Enigma, Echo Slam beautifully. It was just really nice movement, as usual from FY.
It's FY. He always plays the ultimate, the support heroes with a big ultimate. He plays it really well.
FY God. I mean, everyone was calling him FY God at the summit. As the courier gets sniped, actually gets picked off by the Necro Book of RTK. Oh, some missed micro by Bernie.
Was there anything inside? Oh, crap! It's the Eagle Song. Oh my god, that was big. His Ethereal Blade is gone.
Wow.
Oh dear.
That's a disaster. He has no buyback now, but fortunately he does have Aegis.
If you're VG, you just push now. It's an Eagle Song down the drain.
Still, the Morphling has the the Aegis, so he still has a second life here. If he didn't have Aegis, I would say this could easily cost them the game. But it still could cost them the game, to be fair.
It's still costly though. Yeah, it's 3 minutes off a 3k item.
And now Sylar, I imagine we'll see the ultimate, not on the tier 2, but on the high ground.
Please, do not save your... I mean, he just wants to save it for the fight, but I think like you can just use it.
Use it to siege. It's a very good sieging ability.
Okay, well done.
Here we go. He'll pop the ultimate. He brings the tower down pretty quickly, gets caught by Sleight of Fist. Remember, he doesn't have Aegis. That went the way of DK.
That's not the best timing, but at least he popped his ultimate.
Yeah, he did it without a wave of creeps is the main thing. They just had the one wave pushing him mid, but it's quickly done with.
So many chances to use it, and then he used it at that timing.
Okay, this zooming thing is annoying. How it like, it's cool, but it's very easy to zoom out more than you want. Is the main issue with it. So then you end up like you see a quarter of the map or something, which is too much.
Do you have any hotkeys like to go back to normal mode, or you just like?
I would like to see it where you can just toggle different zoom levels rather than being able to like just consistently scroll it out.
Yeah, our TK is getting hunted by Ice.
In comes Ice looking for RTK. He does have a Ravage online with a Blink Dagger as well. Forgot to start. They don't want to blow the Ravage for this though. They want Mushi to be the one who locks him down. He'll just start going to work with the Flame Guard and actually he won't find the Searing Chains, but doesn't look like it'll matter. Mushi popping his drums, RTK juking through the trees, arrow, well it corners him even though it doesn't connect, and that'll secure the kill.
They didn't use anything major for that. It's like a free kill for them. Didn't have to blow any ultimates.
So, well, it's a pretty close game here, Winter. We're looking at a 2,500 gold lead, which considering the lineups is very good for Team
Oh,
DK.
arrow! Oh, that was close.
Burning's Linked Sphere has been broken. They'll be forced back for now. And they actually still only have the level 1 Midnight Pulse. He has not leveled it up.
Okay.
Interesting.
I guess it's just like a bonus. Like sometimes you get a point on something, just in case you might be able to utilize that spell really well.
Yeah, I'm sure he's played around with it in quite a few scrims, and maybe he's seen some utility that we've not seen this game. I guess it's also good for dewarding, is their main thing, which we mentioned briefly, but he never actually bought sentries to deward when he skilled it.
Yeah, here comes the push. And Sylar is going to be building into his refresher, but not going to have it. He's going to pop his ultimate early this time, really early.
Well, Super's going to leap in, he pops his ultimate as well. Sylar joining the fray. He's got the BKB. They need to start using the Cyclone and Boulder Toss. They'll Cyclone up the Enigma, and they'll go to work on Burning here and Mushi with some right clicks, but not actually killing anyone off. Then Ice leaping forward, he drops the Ravage. That's a late BKB from Sylar. I think it's too late, and he will be forced back. That's the push over. Panda ult used up. They've only taken the tier 3. The Rack's still healthy. That was a late BKB from Sylar and made it unable for Vici Gaming to fight at that point.
Yeah, I think if he popped his BKB, they took a Rex on time. Maybe they would have been able to take a Rex, but I still feel it's okay for them. They took the tier 3, like you mentioned, and the range Rex has been, like, permanent damage has been done. It's down to almost 400 HP.
Blink Dagger now up in the Enigma, so look for Lanham to be a little more aggressive in these fights. If he BKB blinks in with ult, there's nothing to cancel it, actually. Absolutely nothing. They have nothing that deals with Black Hole.
Yeah, Razor ultimate still kills you.
And
Refresher.
Yeah, you don't get to control what that's hitting is the problem, though. And if he's got Eidolons there, you've got some other heroes nearby. We'll see.
Yeah, the next fight looks really promising for DK.
Well, for now, Vici Gaming are smoked up. They're feeling not quite desperate, but very pressured to make plays.
Mushi knows there's something up. Oh, it's gonna get out.
Uh-oh.
No!
The double remnant to freedom.
Freedom.
Also, they did manage to deward the high ground ward that was placed earlier. Never mentioned that. That's important for defending their base against this aggression.
Yeah, Roshan is actually coming. Yeah, it's up. Time to redeem the Aegis.
Well, is this where you go back for your Midas on FY and go for the carry shaker?
If I'm not mistaken, VG had one of their Aegis stolen as well yesterday or the day before, and today they got their Aegis stolen yet again. They must be pretty upset.
I think the bigger problem is just the missed opportunities for the tier 2 mid and the tier 3 top. They could have just taken those earlier, and
it was time wasted. They definitely, I would say, they had their chances to like at least building a big advantage in this game. But
they can definitely still take this game, but it's just their timing is to take it earlier. Like, not to have taken a Rex at this point it's a failure on the part of the draft.
Yeah, ideally at 30 minutes, at least you have taken a Rex, one side of Rex for their lineup. At least a range Rex or something.
Or you're much farther ahead, but they're not much farther ahead. In fact, it's basically
very dangerous. Even. Like it came down to the fact that they lost the Aegis as well. They didn't get the Aegis for the push, so your push is not so scary after that. But Sylar is gonna be building he has one component so far for the refresher right now. It's gonna be he has 1k gold. Not too far away, another 2k to get his refresher.
Vici Gaming are gonna work on the Roche again. This one, it's a bit harder for DK to steal. Now they don't have the tier 2 mid, they don't have the tier 3 top, but they might still try. They're moving towards the pit.
I think this fight is actually, they won't be in time though. Roche is dropping so quick and Burning is still at top. His replicate is still quite far behind in Sarang. Still far behind the jungle there. I don't think they can make it. Yeah, they can't.
They will connect with an arrow on super, but it's like you said, it's a bit
too late. Yeah.
Roshan has fallen to the
so finally there's an Aegis on the Razor, so he can play much more aggressive with this.
Now Sylar makes his move up the Rever, but here comes Ice! Lands the Ravage on 3. The follow-up's there from Lanham. The Black Hole comes through. They'll look to bring down the Panda. He actually gets off his ultimate. Nonetheless, though, they brought him low. They're going to bring down RTK as well. A just quickly dealt with another blink forward, but the Panda actually... Cyclone is messing things up here for Team DK. They've only found the kill on the 2. The Aegis has been expended, though. Burning still standing strong against it. Works his way through Sylar, chipping through his armor, and now Super. Next on the list is the ultimate will expire. Burning now on the chase, trying to bring down the Panda. Hasn't found him just yet. Mushi cleaning up one, and that's 4 dead. Lanham actually getting the last hit on the Razor. They'll save the Panda, but what a great initiation by Ice.
Oh my god, they almost got the Panda as well. But yeah, still it was a win, a total win fight. The Ravage and the Black Hole.
It really shows you that you can have an awful offlane, but still turn the game as a Tide Hunter, even now.
Yeah, I think like Tide, the more I play it in pubs and anything and watch the games, I think Tide is like one of the very suitable offlanes for the current meta. Like if he fits the current meta in 2 ways. He's a tanky offlane, Kraken Shell, and he has multiple ways like to farm jungle with thanks to the new Anchor Smash. And then he's a teamfight contributor with a big ultimate.
And even though BKB is the answer for Ravage, if you catch them by surprise, or when it goes ultra late game, BKBs have very low durations at that point.
Yeah,
you can become effective again.
Anchor Smash is good counter towards like all those melee BKB carriers. You still get 60% with that deals damage. That's pretty big.
Yeah, and we didn't even see it this game, but the ability to farm Ancients is really undervalued on Tidehunter. Like, you can just farm a quad stack once you have the level 3 Anchor Smash and Kraken Shell. Or the level 4 Anchor Smash and the level 3 Kraken Shell, I should say.
You can do it at level 3 Anchor Smash at level 5. Like, you do it slowly, but yeah, you can already do it at level 5.
Yeah. But normally we see it more at 7-8. But yeah, it's just... Not many other offlaners can do it that easily. Here's like Bristleback can farm Ancients, but it's not as safe.
Bristleback needs like at least level 7 for sure. You can't do it. Level 5 takes way too long and you cannot do too many stacks. Tidehunter you can do like 3-4 stacks at once. Like the other guy who comes to my mind that you can do stack as often is like maybe Beastmaster, but Beastmaster takes a long time because you rely on
Dire's
the
top
X
tower is
alone.
under attack.
DK making their move up the river here. They're feeling confident with the double damage on Mushi, burning up to 3,400 gold. They'll split push top, and they'll probably look to take a tier 2, then come defend mid. There's still no refresher on Sylar, so the push that can come from Vici Gaming is
30
mediocre.
seconds.
It's not that amazing
30
yet.
seconds to Black Hole though, LD, so yeah.
Look at Mushi. He instantly brings their entire team down to about 2/3 HP with a single Sleight of Fist. The split push continues for burning top lane, but we keep our eyes on mid as they work on the wards.
Look at that Midnight Pulse. Oh my god.
It's so annoying to push into the Midnight Pulse. You just drop it on the ramp.
Covers the whole ramp, and there goes the wards, there goes the push.
Arrow narrowly missed on super. He's force-staffed all over the place, but the damage is done. They lose the tier 2 top, they get nothing in return, aside from some TPs back.
Yeah, I think their timing, their timing is over already.
It seems like with the Midnight Pulse Winter that it makes it really hard to get off blink initiations as well. Like, you have to come from so far away.
Sometimes it's gonna be difficult, but I think generally it doesn't affect too much. It's just that the positioning, when you're trying to push, especially with the larger AoE into choke points like the high ground, becomes super difficult.
And Razor, for pushing purposes, is a melee hero. He's got to be right next to the buildings to hit his ultimate on it.
True. The Midnight Pulse is so annoying for him.
Yeah, he doesn't want to mess around with it.
BKB on burning.
Well, now he's got the BKB Lincolns and makes him pretty much unkillable by Vici, unless they get off a Hex.
They can't kill him unless they hex him. If he flies in and BKBs, you're done.
Well, they're waiting. They've set up a Spirit on the high ground, and DK make their move into mid.
Oh, here's a good position, Blink Ravage.
There's a Ravage available. Ice is gonna let it fly. He connects on 2 on the backside. The follow-up's there. Land on black holes. The fissure won't save them. Not through this BKB. And he gets off a full duration black hole, but super splits. Super splits at the last second. Burning continues his pursuit. Now he's got to run a bit. Echo Slam will kill off Mushi. They've isolated the Ember. They brought him down. He'll buy back immediately. He'll zip back into the fight, and it will continue from there. A waveform over the top onto RTK. Burning blows up too. Standing strong. He's got some backup in tow for Mushi. They'll gush onto Sylar. They'll blink forward. They can find super here if they want to. Arrow is available, I believe. 8 seconds to go on that. But still the chase is on Mushi. Sleight of fisting, and that's probably game. 4 heroes dead. High ground exposed. DK. They've finally broken Vici Gaming's back.
Yeah, I think it's game already. They can't possibly come back from this anymore with their lineup.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They needed to play. They needed to play better.
They missed their timings. They really just missed their timings.
I mean, the drop is okay. I think they have a very good shot at hitting the timing. It's just the execution. Sometimes you make mistakes. That's bad.
And they did their job. They killed Ice repeatedly. They shut down the Enigma. Everything was going well for the 25 to 30 minute Rex attempt. But the Aegis was stolen. That was the first big error. The other big errors were not using the Razor Ultimate on the tier 2 and the tier 3 top and mid. And from there, Vici Gaming just missed their window. And now the window seems 95% closed. Very hard to see Vici Gaming coming back for this push.
95%.
There's just like a slight crack at the bottom of the window.
No, what's the 5%? Let me ask you.
It's the crack at the bottom of the window, dude.
What?
It's the crack. What do you mean? What do you mean what?
What's the 5%? You have to explain the 5%.
Okay, you see, the window can open a certain amount, right? It can open like, I don't know, 1.5 feet or whatever. And it's only now open like 1 inch. So it's a crack. That's the 5%. The math isn't quite right, but come on, Winter. Give me a break, man.
Okay.
Jeez,
Nice,
you're
nice,
tough
nice.
today.
Nice 5%. 322.
So going into the rest of this game, DK really feels like they have the late game, and the Morphling's getting close to his next item after the Manta style. Burning is now sitting on 2,300 gold, virtually unkillable, and can kill almost anyone. Maybe not the Razor on his own without a long chase, but Earthshaker's food. Shadow Shaman's going to be food, and even heroes like Panda will be forced to ultimate just to live through. And it's not like Mushi's small either. He's got the double Battle Fury. Shotgun.
He almost died to the Morphling alone. You said he can't kill him alone.
Well, he's close. He's very close. Wait for him onto RTK, and then the follow. Burning's cleaned up too, and he keeps on looking for more. The Ravage flies. That's actually a complete airball as the Panda Split was used. Sylar BKP'd. Ice. Not the best ult of his life, but it doesn't seem like it matters. It's still a triple kill for Burning, and Mushi's still here to assist. The Mirana gets Cyclone for the time being, but they just can't kill Burning. He's too tanky. And now they'll look for the Panda. They'll Sleight of Fist forward. The Searing Chains is mistimed. It means that Super, well, he'll have to be chased down the long way. Burning will shotgun him, just slowly working him down. They rebuy, and they try to bring Sylar back into the fight. They'll do what they can, but the Black Hole, again with the Midnight Pulse. Beautiful combination by Lanham, and that'll seal it. It's the nail in the coffin. 5-man wipe, actually 6 with the buyback, and that'll call for a GG. DK taking a convincing game number 1.
Oh, that looks really cool, the new interface.
Yeah, I like the cinematic mode when the game ends.
Yeah, so cool now. Dota 2 is so cool now.
Have you ever looked at screenshots of very old Dota 2? I mean, like very old.
I try not to. If I look at something like Dota 1, it confuses me.
Well, Winter, that's game 1 in the books. DK looking good here. They take it. A loss here for Vici Gaming means they're not eliminated. They would drop down to the losers bracket, but we still got the remainder of the best of 3 on the way. Vici Gaming.
Man,
what's up?
Look at the VOD. It says MMR TVD.
It also says fantasy. It's like showing the fantasy points, but saying...
Oh, that's fantasy points? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that's... If that's MMR, then I gotta say that these are some bad MMR rankings. If we're putting MMY at a 4.7... Not 4.7k, just a 4.7. Oh, man. Well, with that being said, game 1's in the books, guys. It's a best of 3. We'll be coming back momentarily for game number 2. Vici Gaming now must take a 2-in-a-row turnaround if they want to force DK into the lower bracket. I'm LD. I was joined here by Winter. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back.